Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another very special Out of the Fast Lane. We are here tonight with the number 96 of Billy Pouch Jr. Oh, by the way, Out of the Fast Lane presented to you by DirtTrackDigest.com. I forgot to add that in there, but we are here tonight with Billy Pouch Jr. Last time, if you guys remember, the last time we did it, he had a little bit of we had some technical issues. It happens. And I'm glad. I think we might have solved them. I think we figured it out what was wrong with it and all that. And I think we should be able to get a good episode through this one tonight. And we're gonna get him on, which he's already on. We're just waiting for him to come. All right. Well, Billy, this is the second time I think we've had you on the show now. Hopefully this time it actually works. But welcome back. This time we'll figure it out. Yeah, it's working fine. You can hear me?
Yep, I can hear you loud and clear.
Oh, all right. So I'm gonna pretty much just restart from where we were because nobody. I mean, it was kind of. If you watched the video, it was very hard to hear what that stuff that we were talking about. So, during the pandemic, everything was very crazy and all that stuff, and racetracks were kind of screwed and almost didn't have a chance to didn't even know if they had a season this year. And you guys, eventually tracks did open, and then there was no fans in the stands. What was that like for you, racing with no fans in the stands?
It was kind of interesting to say the least, but I'll be honest with you, I think I've only done that once or twice all year. So I've been fortunate to race about every race this year, as far as races goes with fans in the stands. So I think down North Carolina was the only place I really did, to be honest with you. So it's not been too bad for me. I'll be honest. Once June hit, it's been like a normal summer.
Mm-hmm. So what I understand your dad Billy Pouch is a big name. Everybody knows Billy Pouch, and that's probably what got you started into racing. But really got you started into racing for you personally.
I don't know. I think when you're around it all the time, I don't think you've got any other choice but to be in it. But it's all good though. What else would we do with ourselves? It's kind of boring. I mean, I don't think I could watch basketball and football all the time like that or be anything but normal, So you wake up and you realize you want to go racing, and then you turn 33 and your little 4-year-old's got 7 race cars on the ground here.
So for you, what got your career started? I think we had that question we a little messed up on, but what got your career started into racing?
So what got my career started into racing? I started quarter measure racing, obviously, and then just kind of did it all myself. So I never ran for my dad. Kind of was able to pick up rides, do it on my own, and kind of make it work. So one thing my dad said is you got to figure it out on your own, or you're gonna make it or you're not. So we were able to keep it going and roll with it, man. I'm 33, and I gotta tell you, most of the friends that started with me when I was younger, at your age, are not in racing anymore. So there's a few of us that are still clicking. I think Kyle Strickler's one. There's about 3 or 4 of us, so it's been an interesting experience.
Mm-hmm. So during the pandemic, everybody had, there was issues all over the country and all that. But iRacing jumped out, and everybody was jumping to the iRacing swing. Did you end up getting the chance to race iRacing or try it out or even watch it?
I did a little bit of it, but there's nothing like real racing, man. We can't be iRacing. We gotta be real racing. That's where it's at. So I'll probably play more of it this winter or so, but right now, real racing, man. When it's around now, we're into the full hardcore. You gotta have dirt in your eyes. Go racing.
Mm-hmm. Well, when you did race it, what was it like for you? I know it's different for a lot of race car drivers, but what was it like for you personally racing on the virtual world instead of is it different for as a driver going into a virtual game and racing?
Totally different. There's nothing like a real race car. I mean, it's cool. You learn a lot. You watch all the Formula One shows. They do a lot of sim racing and stuff, but it's not like the real thing,
Mm-hmm. So number 96 has been number 15. You've raced many numbers in your racing career. You got let's see. We got number 96. We got number 15. We got number 14. We got number 3. We got number 1.
I raced every number in the book. So I'm gonna move your camera real quick while I'm going. I'm gonna show you. This is the lineup here at Billy Pouch the 3rd Speedway tonight. We have on the pole was my 15, the 96, 2 96s. Uncle Mike Mahaney, the 14, and then the 1 of Billy Pouch.
So, so you've pretty much raced all. I mean, you've raced almost all those race cars minus one because I'm pretty sure your uncle. I'm
There's
pretty
not
sure.
many numbers that I've ran over the years, so been fortunate to be with a lot of great people, a lot of awesome things, a lot of cool numbers. Met a lot of awesome people, won some races, just trying to keep it all going.
What is there any backstories on the back like on those numbers, like why those numbers were chosen? If you know, like.
The team my grandfather started with, I don't know why he started with it. The '96 was the year my car owner got divorced and bought a race car.
Oh. Damn.
Well, he's happy. He's good.
Shots fired.
And I don't know why some of the numbers come about, to be honest with you. It just kind of fall into place. I don't really care what number I drive as long as it ends up victory lane.
So you race the short track super series almost every race they have, and what's that like for you as a driver, getting to travel pretty much the country doing races and going to, and experiencing different racetracks?
It's pretty good, actually. I've been fortunate, man. I've raced a lot of places, so this super series has been really good to me this year, and just in general. So, you know, we're going to Penn Saturday, so that's not too far from you. You ought to take the trip down Saturday night. So it's pretty cool. We get to see a lot of racetracks. I've been to a lot of different places this year. A lot of tracks up and down the Northeast, and pretty cool to experience different things like that.
So like you got to go to Alltech and you got to go to Cherokee Speedway. When you went to Alltech, yeah, you're fine. When you went to Alltech and Cherokee Speedway, they're far distance racetracks. What's it like going down there with like the fans that are so interested in the big block modifieds? Because some of them down there didn't even really know. I know Cherokee really didn't have any fans there, but what was it like going on to Alltech with all the fans that kind of like?
Cool, man. Cherokee, we had the fans. Tri-County, we didn't have fans.
Oh yeah.
So there's people all over the country, man. We were sending the shirts to Arizona, Florida, and stuff today. A lot of fans all over, man. I've met a lot of cool people and a lot of different things, and you know, those racetracks are awesome. It's cool to see that parts of the country. I enjoy traveling. That's what makes the sport.
But so like going into that topic of racing down in Alltech and Tri-County and Cherokee, what was it like going there with the fans? Like I said, the fans being not as interested, or like didn't know really what big block modifieds were until you guys rolled in, and then they all thought you guys were the coolest thing on alive. What's that like for you, gaining new fans going down there to racetracks that people have never even seen big block modifieds before?
I would say it's pretty cool. You know, it's awesome to meet new people and whatnot. You know, it's no matter where I go, you've always heard of someone's always heard of my dad, so it's kind of interesting on that side of it. But it's really neat. People like Northeast big modifieds, center steer modifieds as they like to call them. It's just they're not the pure power of the sprint cars, but they also got the drivability of late models, so the best of both worlds, if you ask me.
So, speaking of the Pauch family name, what's that like for you, getting to pretty much carrying your father's legacy in racing into your career now?
It was big time earlier, and it kind of changed a little bit the older I get. So it is, you know, like I said, you carry on early, and then you just keep driving and till it goes. So we've been able to keep it going. So that's pretty impressive in itself. And I don't really think about it anymore. Used to be worried about it. Now it just is what it is.
So for you as a driver, I know it's not really something you want to think about. I know it's something you don't want to do. But what's it like for you when you go through when you're wrecking and crashing? What's going through your mind? For example, I'm viewing a couple pictures I found right here. I see the number 15, which I've seen that video on YouTube where you pretty much launched it down the backstretch and rolled like 8 times.
You gotta really bring that up.
You rolled like rolled up 8 times, and then I see another one where at Malta where you got up and over. What goes through your mind when you're wrecking like that?
Usually they happen so fast you don't know what happened. You know, it's just wrecking's part of the sport. You try to avoid it. You try not to have it happen. But when they go big, they go big. So man, you just let go. When it gets quiet, you just hope you come down and you're not hurt.
So what's your probably have quite a few. What's your all-time favorite racing memory? It doesn't have to be you. It doesn't have to be your dad. It can be just a regular racing memory. But if you have one of yourself that you want to say, feel free.
Any of them are cool, man. I mean, some of my best memories, you know, winning races. We won a lot this year. Won past over the years. Won some championships. I like them all, man. I really don't have a great one on that side of it. All the big ones are good. I can remember the crappy ones more than I can the good ones, to be honest with you. I went to Utica Rome one time. I started on the pole. I was dead last by lap one, so I can remember that one. Yeah, it was that bad. So I remember them more than I do the good ones. So that's just kind of what drives you.
So for you as a driver, I know you, like you said, you traveled all over the country. I'm sure. We've also seen that you've raced. Have you raced the Chili Bowl before?
Yes, I've ran it about 7 times.
What's it like going into a completely different race car as a dirt midget, and being a big black modified racer, going into a dirt midget, and going to racing against Kyle Larson, Christopher Bell, Rico Abreu, some of the best in the world. What's that like going into that style of event with over 700 drivers?
It was an awesome experience, man. I had a blast out there knowing them guys. Just a different style of racing when I was younger, a bit more of it, but it's become more different on that end of it. But man, is that cool of an event to do. If anybody can do the Chili Bowl, I highly recommend it. It's still the best race going. I take that as one of my all-time highs when we made the A-Main there, so that was pretty cool.
What? So when didn't you make the A-Main last year, if I'm correct?
It was the year before.
The year before, because I remember watching it, and wasn't that the year Larson blew up, and then Christopher Bell, or whoever it was? Yeah. I remember that. I was going off of memory. I was just thinking a little bit. So you get to, so like I said, you get to race the Chili Bowl, and you also get to go to like Charlotte and Volusia and Super Dirt Week and all those other big tracks. What's it like just rolling into that raceway, like rolling into those racetracks in a trailer? What goes through your mind rolling into a track with that big a facility?
Yeah, it's pretty cool on that side of it, It's definitely a different experience, man. You got to be on your A game. When you roll out to this stuff, you got to realize it, I mean, the biggest thing, the hardest thing I did was when we did the ARCA for a while there, and that was interesting when you're rolling up to a car and, you got $50,000 into one race. So, you're looking at a lot of money for one event. So it's definitely a different challenge, but you just do it long enough, you kind of figure out what you need to do and what makes sense. And sometimes things go your way, sometimes they don't go your way, but you go fighting and dying trying.
Mm-hmm. So how did you end up getting the nickname Billy the Kid Pauch? It's probably just.
I'm the kid's kid. My dad was the kid because he came on. I'm the kid's kid. So.
Oh, the kid's kid. No, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how I got that one. I guess they couldn't come up with nothing. They used to call me the a-hole, but they got rid of that one.
Oh boy. I wonder how that one. So how did that one get started?
No. That one was just my own nickname here. I gotta have a little comical relief on this show here, So no, it's all good. It kind of stuck. It was the only thing that stuck, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what Billy. My next name. I don't know what they'll give him for a nickname. Hey, Billy.
The kid's kid.
Billy, come here.
Come
here.
I'm trying to think what we could put on.
Can you tell me what's your nickname? The Wild Child? What's gonna be your racing nickname? Because we got 2 more races this year for Billy. One, he's gonna run his go-kart at the indoor track. You're not? What's your last race? He's got a race in New Egypt, so he says when he gets there he'll be ready to go. So if you guys all on there want to catch him, he's a frequent visitor of my sister's YouTube channel, right? You're on Mandy's videos a lot? Okay.
I think I've been on her video.
Sorry, we can give you a little spice to your show.
Yeah, make sure you guys check out his sister's YouTube channel. I'm sure you guys are well familiar with his sister's YouTube channel. It's very...
Yeah, I don't know if there is anybody that did, and I laughed at her when she started it, but she's took it into the next level, so I give her a ton of credit.
Yeah. So, what other hobbies do you enjoy besides racing? I know it's probably just for you, probably most of it is racing, but what other things do you like to do besides racing?
I was going to ask you if there's anything else. It's really tough. I do like to go camping once in a while. I do enjoy some stuff. But straight honesty, and I'll tell anyone since day one, if you want to win, you want to be on top of your game in the sport, you're all in or you're all out. You're either going to win it big time or you're not going to. And that's why the sport will eat and spit you out. You don't see many people doing anything else but racing when you're on top of it. And that's just the way it is. And if you want to go down, you're going to go down, but you got to be on top of your game.
Mm-hmm. So, what are for you as a driver? I know you've, like you said, you've traveled the country. You've traveled to Chili Bowl. You've been to Eldora. You've been to pretty much any track in the country. All right, hold on 1 second. You've been to pretty much every track in the country. Is there any other tracks on your bucket list of like dream tracks you want to go race at or take a lap at?
I want to go to Canada. Autodrome, Drummond, and Granby. I want to be up there and see those fans in the stands one year. So maybe we'll do that next year. I don't know. Maybe they'll ever open the border and I can cross into Canada again. I don't know.
Yeah.
When I think up there, I got to go to Bicknell in 2 weeks, so I'll be as close as possible. But they're cool tracks. I was to Ventura, but I didn't race there. That's a bad little track. Knoxville's cool. There's some cool tracks out there I still haven't been to, but hey, you know what? I've raced in about 80 different tracks. If I don't make it there, I don't make it there. We're gonna enjoy the ride, have some fun, and hopefully put some action on for the fans in the stands.
Mm-hmm. If you could race against any driver, past or present, who would it be and why?
AJ Foyt. He's a bad mother effer, for lack of better terms there.
Yeah. Why do you pick AJ Foyt?
Because he's still old school, man. He would beat you up if you got into him. He'd run to you. He just was a hardcore driver, and that's what you want. He's what Kyle Larson would be if he had to, if he could have the personality and they didn't keep him from not being able to tell him how it is.
Mm-hmm. So to sum it up, this is my final question for you. Sum of all the racing stuff. What's your all-time favorite part of this being in the racing world? What is your favorite part about everything that you do?
Oh, geez. Well, that's a good question on that side of it. All right. So you win races, you enjoy it as you go. Winning is the best part of it all. But you got to enjoy the people you're around and the people you make friends with, because at the end of it all, you spend a lot of time with people that kind of come in circles, and you can meet some of the best people. But if you're associated with people that you don't have fun with, it's not enjoyable at all. So I've been out there where you win races, but you're not around a good group of people. You want to surround yourself with good people, and good things happen, and enjoy the ride. Because once the ride's over, it stops. There's a lot of good drivers that are getting into their 50s now that don't have rides. It's a shame, but it's just your ride's going to stop. Sooner or later, the ride's going to stop. At that point, you become another fan in the stands.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, that was the last question we had for you. Any questions for me?
Yep. Next time, don't put your questions in front of you when you get your folder. You can't see your face.
Oh God. What else we got?
Have it on that side of it, so you couldn't do that on that side of it. You take it as it goes. Hopefully, can they sneak you down? Hopefully, we see you at Port Royal in a couple weeks or something like that.
Without a ride, I don't know if I can get down there, and I don't really know. I know there's no limit to fans, but I don't know if I have a ride, and I have school and all that stuff. So
I'm calling out Mike Mallett. You can miss a day or two. You can do your work on the road.
Yeah, I don't think my parents would be too happy about that.
All right, no worries.
I might talk to somebody. I might know somebody that's going to Penn Can this weekend, so I might be there. There's my final question. What other races are on your schedule for this year?
We are going to Talladega, Daytona, Bristol. No, I'm just joking. You didn't have an answer there on that side of it. No, actually, we got Penn Can, Georgetown, New Egypt, Big Diamond, Port Royal, Delaware, Georgetown, and then finish up the year Bridgeport.
So, one other thing, any sponsors, family, friends you want to give shout out? It's all yours.
Just a big shout out to everyone that makes it possible, man. You don't race as much as I do without it just being me. So there's a long list, and they're a great bunch of people. As that said since day one, associate yourself with good people like I have. It makes your ride a lot easier, and it makes it a lot more fun and a lot more enjoyable. So we're going to go play some cars tonight, try to take the night off since we worked nonstop. This will be the first night off in a couple of months. So if you guys want to ever make it somewhere and get to that part of it, you got to work hard and keep chugging at it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I thank you very much for coming on the show today. I'm glad we actually were able to get it in and not have any technical issues like last time. And like I said, thank you so much for being on the show. I look forward to getting to see you racing hopefully one more time this year. Depends on where I go, because now all the tracks are. Well,
You've got no excuses.
yeah, I
No
do.
excuses.
School.
No, no, no. No excuses, just results.
Yeah. But yeah. So thank you for being on the show today. I really appreciate it.
Anytime, man. Glad we were able to connect. I'll talk to you soon, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
And that was Billy the kid's kid, Pouch. Sorry, I messed up on a couple questions. I didn't know that he was not Billy the Kid Pouch. He was Billy the Kid's kid. I didn't know that was his nickname. I thought it was Billy the Kid Pouch because he was Billy the Kid Junior. But I apologize on that. But like I said, thank you guys so much for your support. We're getting bigger and bigger. Make sure you guys go check out Mandy Pouch's YouTube channel. You'll see a lot of videos of Billy. You'll see a lot of videos of Mike Mahaney. You might even see me in a couple of those videos. And hey, just make sure you guys keep staying positive. I know the race season's coming to an end. But hey, there's a lot of stuff out there that still is going to happen in the racing world, especially on this YouTube channel. We're going to have a lot of interviews that we're going to be able to throw together and have and do. And we're going to do we're going to have some iRacing stuff that we're going to be covering, possibly a big race from the Out of the Fast Lane team. We're thinking about it, and then we're moving on to. So I'm not gonna say anything about what's my upcoming month. I do know, but in February I will be announcing down in Volusia in February, I believe. We're finalizing that deal up. Once I figure that out, I will let you guys 100% know. But like I said, just stay positive with everything that's going on in the world. I know there's a lot going on in the world. I'm not gonna go into it. I know everything. I know what's going on. I don't want to jump into that. But like I said, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Make sure you guys please like, comment, subscribe. If you guys want to talk racing towards me, feel free to DM me. I get DMs from different people all the time. Hey, hey this, hey that. Did you see this? Did you see Bubba Wallace is moving to Denny Hamlin with Michael Jordan racing? Did you see Ross Chastain is getting a full-time ride next year? Trust me, I love hearing and seeing what you guys have to say and talking with me and getting interactive with me. So if you guys have anything you want to talk about, feel free to DM me on Messenger or on Instagram, Brady Hauser DTD on Instagram, or just Brady Hauser on Facebook or Facebook Messenger. And yeah, so thank you guys very, very much for watching. Make sure, like I said, like, comment, subscribe. Check out the TikTok as well. TikTok is still here, which is surprising. And yeah, just thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this very, very special interview with Billy Pouch Jr. Make sure you guys stay tuned for him. He will be at racetracks in a couple weeks and all that stuff. He did say his schedule, so you guys will be able to check that out. And take care.